Hey everybody, good morning.
Hi.
How you doing this morning? We just got a couple of things to go over with you. I hope you're all doing great in this beautiful day. Oh
Gorgeous.
man, it's gonna change this afternoon. I'm sorry to tell you. We've got some thunderstorms expected to roll through. I know. But coming up in just a bit, we're kind of excited because one of the most popular things that we've been doing lately is the Connections Restored.
With my friend Amy.
Oh man, I tell
She's
you what,
amazing.
and I once we met Amy, we knew this was going to be a marriage made in heaven.
Yeah.
She's been
She's
absolutely great. People have reached out to us and told us this is an amazing program to have on during this period of time. And so Amy is a therapist that helps you go through some stressful times, what we've all been going through right
Absolutely.
now. And I tell you, that's coming up at noon today. So stay tuned in. Take a little break from the NASA broadcast that they're going to be doing live in preparation. But that I'm going to talk about that in just a bit. That launch isn't happening till 3:33 to be exact, our time, and that's if it happens on time. So, and I'm going to talk about that in just a bit. So Amy's guest today will be Michelle Weather, and she will be coming on today to talk about some other things that you could do to help to relieve stress, to get through difficult times. And I tell you what, people have said this repeatedly, and they've talked to people who have gone through the Great Depression. This is just as trying as what we were going through in the Great Depression. People losing their jobs, people going through seeing family members get sick, die. Back then it had to do with nutrition and the availability of food, but now we're faced with this pandemic that we're seem to be overcoming, by the way. The helpful news is the rates are going down, so we'll keep an eye on that.
In our state.
Yeah, in our
17
state.
states are still having some issues.
Right.
But
Indiana seems to be going down, and Illinois has also noticed a slight decrease in their rates of infection and death as well. But we've just found out, possibly that a friend can be infected, so we'll prayers for them.
Yeah.
Now, what's exciting for me as a kiddo, I'm telling you, one of the pinnacle moments for me was the landing on the moon, the entire space program.
Absolutely.
If my parents were alive today, they would tell you that I stayed glued to the TV set and listened to Walter Cronkite that was so eloquent. Remember when he said, my gosh. Yeah,
he was
he was
amazing.
right there with the NASA experts, Gene Kranz and all those guys. What it did for us, our society, it gave us hope. We're going through the Vietnam War. We saw our friends and family dying in the Vietnam War. What happened with the NASA program when Kennedy said, we will send a man to the moon during one of his speeches?
My first crush when I was a little teeny tiny girl, John Glenn.
And we made it happen.
Yes.
We made it happen. So what the pinnacle moment about today is, for the first time since 2011, we are going to launch a manned vehicle, a vehicle that was designed, engineered in the United States, and that will be manned by Americans, that will be launched from American soil for the first time since 2011. What this means is that we will have a level of independence now. Before, we were contracting with the Russians to get rides to the International Space Station, which we collaborated with many countries to put up there, but we had to rely on the Russians. Well, things weren't going so good with the Russians, but we had to rely on them. Yeah, depending on who. They were collecting bank. They were making bank on sending our astronauts up there.
That's right.
So what is unique about this is we're going to witness a test flight, which really we never did before. I mean, there were some videos that were shown of some of the mock aircraft, but this is a test flight of this new first manned vehicle by the SpaceX program. So what you're going to see is a big test, a very well covered test. And if this is hopeful, if everything goes well, by sending these two astronauts up to the International Space Station in August, there will be another manned flight to the International Space Station and this will be an official, the #1 flight, because again, this is just classified as a test flight. And so we wish Godspeed to
Absolutely.
Commander Robert Burnham and Douglas Hurley, who will be manning that flight today. And again, that's 3:33 Central Standard Time, 4:33 Eastern Time.
Yes.
If everything goes well, the weather is perfect, and everything lines up perfectly, we will see the first manned flight take off from the Kennedy Space Center since 2011. So Godspeed.
You know, I have to say, one of the best things when I lived in Florida for 9 years was being able to go out my back door and watching those, you know.
Oh, that's right.
Watching
Man, I would have
Challenger and everybody going up there.
Man.
It was amazing. And then
Gosh.
hearing them when they were coming in for landings and hearing the sonic boom over your house
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
great.
And this is what inspired me to get into technology, the space program. And my dad used to call me Billy Space, I think for various reasons, but we won't get into those.
Space
but
cadet.
I dreamed, I had my entire bedroom was plastered with pictures of the space program,
And Batman.
planets, and
And
Batman. Yes. Well, we'll move on because I don't want to give out my true identity. Tomorrow we have Habitat for Humanity, Northwest Indiana TV coming on. They want to talk about the opening of their Griffith Restore, which happened earlier this month. And so that was a blessing for them, because up to this time, that was really their method of getting income to help with these builds that they were
That and
doing.
the one in Mirabel, both of those.
Yeah, both of them. And now they've opened up the Griffith location, which allows them to get a revenue stream to help with these amazing build programs where they partner with families to provide affordable housing to them. And they provide zero interest loans to the family. They help partner with the family in building an amazing, amazing program. So they'll be coming on talking about the Restore opening up, as well as their Faith Build program, which came to
coming
a
up.
halt during the beginning of the pandemic. But now that the guidelines have loosened a little bit, they're going to get back to those Faith Builds. So look for that at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. We're going to watch them come on and talk about their faith build. Yes, we is. Because we got great cause to talk about that, don't you know?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get back.
Yeah.
It's one of my many personalities that comes out because I'm extremely unmedicated right now. At 10 a.m. tomorrow, the LGBTQ of Northwest Indiana and PFLAG of Crown Point TV will come on. And this is something we view as innovative, that really this community has never had a platform to share information of what's happening with their community, what's going on, and what the effects that they're suffering, both in just getting plain medical care and also to talk about events.
Right.
You know, a lot of their events
Pride
is,
got kind of pushed back and everything.
Right,
I think
right.
hopefully in September or something, we'll be looking at Pride event going on in Northwest Indiana. And
right,
exciting.
and yeah. So they've got plans to finally put that on. But they've also want to talk about some of the things that they've done virtually, that they're able to do virtually, and to keep their community together and provide support for the community. And these two organizations, the LGBTQ, of course, supports the members of the community, and PFLAG actually supports the family members of
Right.
those
Been a member
community
of
parents.
PFLAG for a long time.
Yeah, so have I. So I mean, didn't know the organization really existed, but boy, both Kelly and I are members. So tune in for that. And that's it right now. We've got some neat things coming up. We got some things in the oven that are still cooking and we can't share with you. We're involved in an event. Plus, there's something that I'm kind of excited about, because the minute it started talking about, some people got on their phone and started planning it right away. So we'll keep that under wraps, although I'm tempted to share because it's going to be so fun. Yeah. With that, we'll let y'all go. Again, I want to say this repeatedly. What we try to do is bring hope and bring word of good news going on from organizations. We provide entertainment. We try to stay out of the political arena and all the bad news that happens daily. because you could tune in
We
for
say
that.
as Callie's wearing her friend's shirt.
Oh yeah, Judge Mary.
Because I try not to be political, and I didn't even realize I was going to be on today, but my girlfriend, Mary DeBoer,
Yeah, Mary.
Porter County, Circuit
Yeah,
Court
we
Judge.
love Mary.
Woo. Yeah.
You know, and that shows us how independent we are. Even though this is a primary, we're going to have to choose sides when
Right.
we go in to vote. But
I'm
there's
sort of like my bumper sticker thing that I just put up that says, like, check the box, and one says Democratic Party, one says Republican Party, and the other one says Cocktail Party, and that's the one I have checked off.
yeah. And you know, I want to urge all of
I'm
you
independent.
to give thought
Vote
about your
people.
selections before you go in. And we're right now in early voting, and then the primary actually begins next week, June 2nd, I believe. But you have an opportunity to go out, check your newspapers, check the
Early
election
voting,
board
baby.
in both Lake and Porter County. Check that out. You need to be educated about these people. You need to evaluate them because they're going to be in the seats that
Yeah.
we are going to appoint them to. And let's keep this in mind. They work for us.
Yes.
They work for us. We send off those checks to pay them. It's not the other way around.
Yeah.
Let them not forget that.
Yeah.
We're getting pumped up here. We want to go beat someone up, right, Kelly?
Pump it up, pump it up. No, I would never beat somebody up. That's not my.
Well, maybe
that's not
mentally.
my thing. Well, mentally,
yeah. So, yeah, because we're too kind. Other times. All right, with that, we'll let you guys go. Stay tuned in. Things are constantly changing. We've got some neat programs coming on the way, some things in the works. I'm actually hoping to get a UFC fighter on. Go a couple rounds with me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. Couple rounds. Maybe
Yeah, it's like
2
1
seconds
second,
into
yeah.
the round. Yeah.
Yeah, so with that, we'll let you guys go.
Yeah.
Have a
Have a great
beautiful
one.
day. Get out and enjoy it.
Yes, while
you know,
you can,
and
before those
also
rainstorms
most
come.
importantly, one of the biggest events happening in our mankind is the space flight. We really have to tune into that. For those of you saying it's a space flight, this is so important.
That's
We've
right.
what has
Tune
hurt
in at 12 for Connections Restored.
and
Then, run to your TV,
NASA,
turn it on, and watch NASA
Yeah.
do their SpaceX thing.
Yep. Yeah, you go on to NASA's website, nasa.gov, and you will check it out. It's going to be amazing to see this. I'm afraid with the shuttle program, we became so
I
numb.
thought we were letting them go.
Yeah, we are.
Mr. Passionate about NASA.
That one says, Bill, keep
That
talking,
one,
we
that's
love you.
Lord, don't be that one. That's Lord.
It says, Bill, keep talking, don't listen to Kelly.
No, that's not what it says.
Okay,
Nice
with that,
try.
I'm going to listen to Kelly and tune off right
For the
now.
first time ever. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.